like I said, if you are on Zoom, you're wrapping up your Quizlet, and you are going to meet me on Canvas. Big, you can always double the, like, get your loop around if you need to mess with that. Okay, so here we are on number 2. We're going to do our reflexive questions. So in theory, you were supposed to look at these yesterday and turn them in. Some of you have, some of you haven't. The good news is I haven't really officially graded them yet. So we're going to go over them, and then you'll have an opportunity to look at them / fix them up if you need to. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I have them behind me. So you should pull up your questions because I'm going to have you participate, and you can fix them up and change them before I actually grade them. All right. Now, if you are on Zoom with us, you're going to do the same thing. I am not going to see your face. So what I'm going to do is just see your name. So if you want to participate, you're going to need to raise your little blue hand. Okay. So I want you to participate. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm not looking at your faces right now. Okay. So is everybody with me? You know where we are? Yes, yes. All right, I'm gonna back this up so they can see this. All right, I think Zoom people, in a minute, you should be able to see the board. If you can't see it, let me know because I'm gonna write the answers behind me, but I think you'll be able to see it. All right, so if I write right here, can you see that, Zoom friends? Yes, you got to, somebody unmute and tell me. Okay, was that a yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, so first thing we have to do is figure out what these questions mean, and then make sure you have a good answer. So I want you to clean up your work, like I said, and then you can resubmit it. And we're going to use these questions tomorrow. You're going to work with somebody, so make sure you know what they mean and make sure you know how to answer them. All right, ¿a qué hora te despiertas los fines de semana? Can I get a quick translate? Who already looked that one up and knows what it means? Ty's thinking about it. You got it, Ty? Want to try? You don't have to. Are you saying no? No, Ty's thinking. I just can't tell if she wants to. Go ahead, say something, and I can always give you a point for trying. Yes, kinda. It has to do with time. You're on the right track. Yes. Jeremiah, you want to help out? Yeah. So, okay. So we got a qué hora. What time do you wake up? Despertarse, if you're looking on your list, is to wake up. Oh, there it is. On the weekends. So everybody think about your answer. What time do you wake up on the weekends? And then we'll get an example to make sure your verb is right. So before we put up the answer, I want you to have typed out something reasonable, right? And then you can clean it up, but you got to try it on your own first if you haven't already. So think about it. Te despiertas. I gave you the verb. You put that in the yo form. So everybody think for a second. What would that look like? What would that look like? Write it down. Give me a time, and then we'll put an example up here and you can clean it up. But I need you to try it on your own. All right, Ty, she's going to keep going. Go ahead. Give me your answer, Ty. Good. What number, what time you get up on the weekend? Just say a las, and then your number. What time you get up? A las tres? You sleep all day? Do you really? Nice. All right, she says, me despierto a las tres. I'm going to give you some exclamation marks for that. Gosh, if only. So, me despierto, that should be your verb. Okay, I wake up. Let me remind you, it's a stem changer. That's why it's ierto, despierto. And a las whatever. So you put in your time. You don't have to wake up at 3 like Ty. You wake up at whatever time you wake up at. Okay. All right. You know what? I need to go back. ¿Prefieres ducharte por la mañana or por la noche? What do you think that's asking, Case? Perfect. Do you prefer to shower in the morning or at night? So I'll talk you through it. You try it first. So do I prefer, so put that in the yo form. I prefer, hold on one sec. Let them think first. To shower, now look, to shower, not you, to shower me is the way you can think about it. I prefer to shower me, and then you just decide. So everybody take a minute, think about it. Write something out, type something out. Question, sorry, Ty.
Right, you don't put like on the weekend.
Oh, sure, you can. Absolutely. Did you put like, I was just being, I stopped there. A las tres, did you put los fines de semana?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yep. Sorry. Thanks for catching that. You can. I mean, yeah, I just said I wake up at 3, but yes. Okay, good. Somebody else I want to try? I prefer to shower in the morning or at night. Ty, I appreciate it. I'm going to have you rest for a minute. Let's get somebody else. If you want to volunteer, I see Joanne. Go ahead, Joanne. You want to do one? I was going to say, you can always raise your little blue hand.
All right, yo me baño en la mañana.
Okay, so he says en la mañana. Now, what you said is fine. He said me baño. He changed his verb. I'm going to keep, Joanne, what we had here. Me baño is fine. So if I want to say I prefer to shower, I'm going to just keep it, here, right here. Prefiero, right? I just put an O on the end there, right? I prefer to shower, ducharme, and we'll do his, he said por la mañana. All right, so you decide, you can say por la noche, you can say por la mañana y por la noche. If you're shower-tastic, you be shower-tastic. All right, so the other choice, remember I have 2 verbs, so I actually have 2 options. If anybody said me prefiero duchar, that's fine. You can put that me in front, or I like to just stick it on the end. All right, te vistes antes or después del desayuno? Somebody want to tell me what number 3 means? I need a new hand, either in here or on there. Who wants to tell me? Well, I don't know what I did with my other paper. What do you think? Can think about it for a minute. I need the verb vestirse. Vestirse. You need to look it up. Look it up. Vestirse. Te vistes antes or después? Those are on your vocab too. It's like vocab-tastic here. All right, Malcolm, what are you thinking?
Do you get dressed before or after breakfast?
Yeah. Okay. So te vistes. I know that's one we haven't acted out yet. We'll do that one tomorrow. Te vistes. Do you get dressed antes, before, or after breakfast? So I don't know. You do whatever you do. What's your general order? You think about during the weekend, on the weekend, or during the week. So see if you can put that in the yo form. And I'll pause for a minute. And then you tell me. What's that gonna look like? All right, Ty, I'm letting Ty do one more, then she's done. Uh-huh. Okay, so antes, then pick it up right here, del. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, desayuno. I know, we'll work on how to say that. Oops, I didn't even spell it right. Desayuno. All right, so maybe still has to be the same. Then you pick, don't just say before because she said before. You pick whatever, you before or after breakfast. All right, número 4. Think about what this one means. Te pones el agua de colonia o perfume, el desodorante o el maquillaje todos los días? Namani? Yeah, just say what it means. Yeah, so I want to know what you wear. It's actually literally, do you put on? But you can think of it as do you wear. That's fine. No, what you said was fine. Do you put on cologne or perfume, deodorant or makeup every day? So again, you think about what you do. Okay, and give it a second. I'll let you write it out. And then I'm looking for a new hand. And a few people getting their points. Let's get some other people in there. So I'll give you a second. Look up a word if you need to. I mean, I think you recognize that and that. I don't know. Look up that if you need to. And again, if you're on Zoom and you want to volunteer, you just got to get your little hand up. Or I don't know, if your hand's not working, I guess let me know. Otherwise, I'm assuming you can get your hand up there. All right, looks like John's going to help us out. Go ahead, John.
Is it yo pono desodorante todos los días?
You're on the right
Whatever.
track. All right, give me the little word. The Tay is going to turn into what?
Yo, right? Or May.
There it is. Good. All right, now look, this is an irregular verb. Anybody remember it? It's not pono. Pongo. Good job, guys. Me pongo. And well, he said el desodorante. You put whatever you want. Oh, odorante. I misspelled that. Odorante. Todos los días. Like desodor. There's no R there. Desodorante. Sorry. All right. ¿Cuál es el color de tu cepillo de dientes, Alex? Just tell me what it means. Yeah, what color is your toothbrush? Anna, what'd you say? Okay, I'll help you with your pronunciation. All right, so mi cepillo de dientes es, so you obviously do your color, you don't have to do hers. She said rojo y what? Verde. Very Christmassy. All right, so remember if you say the word Y, you pronounce it E. All right, rojo y verde. All right. What do you think? You got some good answers that you can answer these now? You know what they mean? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to do a tiny bit of pronunciation, because I feel like that's the thing you kind of miss out on the most, being online all the time. So we're going to go through how to say these, and then we're going to come back to this tomorrow. And then, you know what, I might just kind of, I won't drag it out. People that are here are super tired. It's been a long day, Zoomers. I've got some very tired faces out here, which is unusual because usually 10th period you're like, oh, I'm bouncing off the walls. Not today. All right, so I do want you to do a little repeat then. All right, I want to make sure we know how to say some of this, and I know we haven't spoken a lot of Spanish recently. So I'm going to kind of do it in chunks. I need you to repeat them. So you guys, I should actually hear. You guys can still repeat it, but I don't have to hear it. All right, ready? I'm going to kind of do it in chunks. ¿A qué hora te despiertas? ¿A qué hora te despiertas? Okay, that was not so good. I'll make it smaller. Ready? Let's try. ¿A qué hora? There we go. Te despiertas los fines de semana. Okay, so te despiertas is kind of your new word there. All right. ¿Prefieres ducharte por la mañana o por la noche? Okay. ¿Te vistes antes o después? Okay, watch this word. Del desayuno. All right, breakfast, desayuno. All right. Te pones el agua de colonia o perfume, el desodorante. Try that one again. It's easy to recognize, a little harder to say. Try it again. El desodorante o el maquillaje todos los días. All right, easy one. ¿Cuál es el color de tu cepillo de dientes? And always important to know how to say the word and. How do we say the word and? E. I know. I feel like I hear a lot of people not know how to say that. E. 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 All right. So I want you to make sure you have resubmitted this if you want me to look at it, and hopefully in a better form than it was last night. And I also want you to make sure that you have, I mean, I guess if you didn't do it on there, which is what I would have done, that you have it because we're going to use it tomorrow. All right, we're going to give you a partner and you're going to do a little interview. Everybody okay? Got it? Okay. Let me watch my time. Let's see. 2:30. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to skip our acting today. We'll get back into our cepillarse los dientes and our acting stuff tomorrow. And I want to talk about two things with everybody and then give everybody, you guys can do your stuff on Zoom and you guys, can do your stuff here. So I am going to go back to just your current lesson. We're not going to do our acting. I want to talk about your textbook. I want to talk about homework in general, grades in general, Skyward in general. All right. If you're in person, we have about 7 more minutes before we start talking about dismissal. And if you're online, I just need a couple minutes and then you can just go get to work. So you will notice tonight your homework is this instant check on reflexive. I also wrote it right here. Tomorrow this will be gone so I can write that a little bit neater. Okay. So please make sure you take care of that. Now, I just updated grades last night. Many of you did not do the last textbook assignment. I think I gave you maybe last Thursday. So that one was on vocab. Let's see. It was instant check. No. Yeah. Instant check vocab. So while you're doing this, if instant check vocab also shows up, please do both. Okay. 10 points. Now, I do expect you to get a 70% or better to get your 10 points. So do it. It's good practice. It's not hard. If vocab is hard, have your vocab list out, right? If the reflexive is hard, have your notes out. You guys now have a hard copy of the notes. All right, you need that practice. Then the other thing, and I'll get to you in a second. The other thing I would suggest is in our last 5 or 6 minutes of class, so you guys keep your computers out because you're still with me for another few minutes. I would like you to check Skyward. See what your grade is in here. All right, like I said, some of you did great first 9 weeks, some of you didn't. Well, let's get things on track. So look at your Skyward grade right now. If it's not an A or a B, figure out what you're missing or ask me since I'm standing here so that we can get that on the right track. All right. So if you are on Zoom, I am happy to wrap things up with you as long as you know what you're doing. Okay. So you got your instant check for your reflexive. You're going back to check any other missing grades and get me anything you can get me. So if you are on Zoom and you know what you're doing, then I'm ready to say hasta luego to you. Make sure you get to work on your stuff. If you have a question, just stay on the Zoom for a second and I'll get you. Otherwise, hasta mañana.